The following program is a production of HEW Entertainment and contains views, opinions, commentaries, and content that may offend some subscribers of this show. Listener discretion is advised.
It's that time once again for HEW Entertainment Radio.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Hosted by Jonathan Clark.
The beat! The man! You gotta beat the man! Woo!
Be sure to join us in the live chat room during the show.
Hulkamania is running wild like it's never ran before.
Call us on one of our request lines. If you live in the United States, call us at 1-641-985-7800, box number 3729280. If you're from Canada and would like to call us from 1-647-724-4194, box number 3729280. Long distance charges may apply in some areas.
I've been the world heavyweight champion 10 times.
Or you can always drop us a line at MySpace, myspace.com/HEW Entertainment.
And you will rest in peace.
Emailing us works for you too. Email us hewwrestling@hotmail.com.
I am a wrestling god. JBL.
And now, without any further ado, here is your host of HEW Entertainment Radio on the official website of HEW Entertainment, Jonathan Clark.
The champ is here.
Streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. HEW Entertainment Radio is inviting you to comment on our video blogs, join the conversation, and like us. So what are you waiting for? Log on and listen now. Don't miss out on any of the action. Download our app on the App Store, Google Play, and the official website of HEW Entertainment. Once you download and install it, you'll get caught up on news, YouTube videos, and more. Download it now.
It's Friday night, moon's like just hanging there. Ain't too much going on anywhere. I picked her up, turned the radio up, and kicked us down the driveway. We didn't make it more than a getaway mile. She put a pretty painted finger on the dial and got every speaker in the backseat buzzing. You could just tell that she loved it. There must be something in the airwaves, 'cause every song the DJ plays, she leans a little bit closer in. Let's go what she's holding, and she's dancing around like a lit flame, hand out the window like an airplane. Maybe it's the way she's singing, or swaying. It's got me thinking there must be something in the kick drum drumming, must be something in the guitar strumming. She ain't never looked at me that way. Must be something in the airwaves. Must be something in the airwaves. She's got a little let loose in her eyes. She's turned up and turned on, hypnotized. I gotta get every bit of whatever it is she's feeling, 'cause this feeling, like I don't wanna hear that signal fade, and I don't wanna try to find another station. We got a little spot between the static, working some kind of magic. There must be something in the airwaves, 'cause every song the DJ plays, she leans a little bit closer in. Let's go what she's holding, and she's dancing around like a lit flame, hand out the window like an airplane. Maybe drumming. Must be something in the guitar strumming. She ain't never looked at me that way. There must be something in the airwaves. Ooh. She's dancing around like a lit flame, heading out the window like an airplane. Maybe it's the way she's singing or swaying that's got me thinking there must be something in the kick drum drumming. Must be something in the guitar strumming. She ain't never looked at me that way. Must be something in the airwaves. There must be something in the airwaves.
I am with all of you fans on how Sting was treated at Night of Champions, how he was pinned by Seth Rollins after an injury was given to Sting, sidelining him indefinitely, putting him out, and here comes Kane at the end of the match, making himself the number one contender to Seth Rollins' championship in the follow of the Sting-Seth Rollins match. It was really ridiculous how Sting was treated. He suffered a top rope powerbomb. They stopped the match. Here comes the doctor to check on Sting. Now, it was said the only thing that I give WWE credit for was they allowed Sting to finish the match because he was so professional and has been that way for years. Seth Rollins curb stomped Sting and pinned Sting to retain the championship after previously having lost the U.S. Championship earlier that night to John Cena. Was really pissed off on how Seth Rollins didn't lose both championships because I really thought they were going to go the distance and have Seth Rollins cough up both titles to John Cena and Sting, but that wasn't the way that it went, and it left me really frustrated because I think that Seth Rollins is the absolute worst representative you could have had of any division in WWE, and I think that Sting would have been perfect to be champion, especially after coming off his loss to Triple H at WrestleMania 31. Losing to Triple H is one thing. At WrestleMania 31 back in March, a difference of 7 months, but it's been 7 months since we've seen Sting in the ring in action against any WWE superstar of a legend or a new talented wrestler, and I think that if Sting was going to beat anybody after Seth Rollins having beaten everybody from Brock Lesnar to Dean Ambrose to Roman Reigns in respective championship matches, it should have been Sting. Sting should have been the one to take the title off Seth Rollins, especially with how Seth Rollins was referring to himself as a wrestling god that nobody could touch or nobody could beat. They presented Seth Rollins with a statue after Seth Rollins became both the WWE and United States champion at the SummerSlam pay-per-view, and then Sting showed up at the conclusion of the first Raw and the fall of the SummerSlam, and I thought then that was when things were really going to pick up for Sting, but how they treated Sting at Night of Champions was really ridiculous, and I think Sting deserved better than what he got. And I have a lot of respect for fans also, I got to put that out there, for fans who actually were very vocal about how Sting was treated at the Night of Champions pay-per-view. You guys were chiming in on Facebook and Twitter, you were calling into internet radio shows, and you were letting your voice be heard about how Sting was treated, myself included, and I really respect how fans are speaking out on how Sting was treated. Now, we're going to see Sting again at some point. How we're going to see Sting reemerge in WWE, I really don't know. There have been various reports being posted on Facebook and Twitter. I know my Facebook page has been posting things literally every half an hour in the fallout of Sting's injury on an update on Sting. Apparently, he met with WWE headquarters on an upcoming project, and he's going to be making a return very soon, sooner than what we think. Sting is going to be making a return. Some people believe he'll return within the month for the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, setting up for something with Sting and Undertaker. There are a lot of speculations being thrown around throughout social media, on Facebook and Twitter especially, on what Sting's whereabouts are and how Sting's going to show up again in WWE. I don't think we're going to see him at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, but I think we're going to see him do something in the way of a network project for WWE Network because he's a legend and we've seen him on the network before. But the thing is, Sting is really slowing down at 58, 59 years of age. You got to respect everything Sting has done with the wrestling business, even if this is it for Sting. I know I said on the Wacko Network over on blogtalkradio.com a number of weeks ago with this neck injury, Sting was done, and I really was sad to have to actually admit that on the radio because I was a really big Sting fan. I was a fan of the blonde Sting, and I was a fan of the Crow Sting in WCW, even more so when he came over from WWE and, did so much with everybody on the new talent against the roster. And now what do we have to look forward to in the way of Sting? It's really conspicuous by his absence now. It's really skeptical and really conspicuous by his absence on what Sting is going to do. especially after how he was treated at the Night of Champions pay-per-view. How is he going to come back off of all of this? I think he deserves better, but after how he was treated at the Night of Champions pay-per-view, it's going to be a while before we see Sting again, because everybody is so pissed off over how WWE, COO Triple H, and the principal owner Stephanie McMahon, the entire authority, and even Vince McMahon himself treated Sting. Obviously, Sting was brought in with WWE with so much promise. Everybody thought he was really going to go the distance and possibly win the WWE Championship. Many people even believe that Triple H was going to become WWE Champion if Sting would have won the title, and we would have seen a rematch from WrestleMania 31 where Triple H would have capped off his victory over Sting by winning the title from Sting. I would have accepted that even if it would have went that way, because of how Sting would have won the title from someone like Seth Rollins, and Triple H would have had the responsibility of winning the title back for the authority after Seth Rollins had previously lost it to Sting, and with everything that Triple H and Seth Rollins have had going on, with Seth Rollins using the pedigree and Triple H's move arsenal to really put himself over, that would have set up perfectly for a championship match between Seth Rollins and Triple H, which is definitely going to happen, in my opinion, in the coming months. Maybe not right away, but a match between Sting and Triple H for the title, with Triple H winning the title from Sting, could have set that up and put that in motion for WrestleMania 32 if, in fact, The Undertaker and Sting were going to wrestle. You could have gave the main event to Triple H and Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship in the way of a championship match, and let Sting and The Undertaker go second in the main event of WrestleMania 32. There were so many ways you could have went with both Sting and Triple H, and now with Sting's injury, that really throws WWE off course, a definite course that it was obviously headed in with Sting. If not for this injury, there's also the debate of how Sting could have possibly won the title from Seth Rollins. They believe that if Sting wasn't injured in this match, this is the Undertaker-Brock Lesnar match went at WrestleMania 30, with The Undertaker, of course, suffering the concussion the way he did in 3 F5s. A lot of people believe The Undertaker would have won that match at WrestleMania 30. That